Hey guys, and welcome back. It's Mrs. Koblitz again, and we are continuing with these notes of graphing our lines in slope-intercept form. Now before, we were very lucky, they gave it to us in slope-intercept form, but now we're gonna have to use that skill of solving for y first before we can graph it. So let's get started on our first equation. All right, I need to solve for y because right now it's in standard form. And I know standard form is the x term plus the y term, and then equals your constant. I want to get the y by itself, just like this, where it has y and then your slope and your y-intercept. So the first thing that I need to get rid of is this x term. I like to put a 1 in front of my x before I subtract it. So let's start there. Get rid of this. Let's drop down what we have left over, which is 3y equals. Now I have to remember that to put it into slope-intercept form, I always want my x term first, because that's that slope. So I know that my negative 1x should come first. I cannot combine that with the negative 3. They're not like terms. And then I'm going to drop down my negative 3. All right, still have something attached to that y. It's a positive 3. So I'm going to divide everything by 3. Because what you do to one side of the equal sign, you do to the other side of the equal sign. Next, these cancel out. I'm going to drop down my y equals. Over here, you'll notice I have negative 1 over 3. That's not going to simplify. It's going to stay negative 1/3. And negative 3 divided by 3 gives you negative 1. I'm in slope-intercept form. It looks great. Let's identify our slope and our y-intercept. Now our slope here, attached to that x term, is negative 1 over 3. Our y-intercept is going to be 0, negative 1. So I know I'm going to need to start there first. From the origin, I'm going to go down 1. That's my y-intercept, 0, negative 1. Then from there, I'm going to go down 1 to the right 3. Down 1 to the right 3. Down 1 to the right 3. Can't get too many on that side. I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to go up 1 to the left 3. Up 1. That's all I'll get on there. So use your straight edge. Whatever you have that is a straight edge. If it's a ruler, a notebook, a pencil, or a piece of paper, whatever you need. The straighter the better. All right, not too bad. So we're just adding an extra step. We're going to solve for y first with the rest of these. Let's get started on this next one. As you guys know, I like to put a 1 in front of anything that doesn't have a number in front of it. Even though we know there's a 1, I like to physically see it. Next, I draw my line to separate the two sides of the equal sign, and I circle my y. I want to get rid of my x term first, so I'm going to move it to the other side of the equal sign by subtracting. Get rid of this guy. I'm going to drop down my negative 1y equals. It's going to be your negative 1x first. Let's think about your slope-intercept forming of that slope first, and then a negative 5. Lastly, I know I need to get rid of that negative 1. I need to divide everything by negative 1. Cancels out over there, leaving me just y equals. Negative divided by negative gives me a positive 1 over 1x. Negative 5 divided by negative 1 gives me a positive 5. Now I'm ready to identify my slope, my y-intercept. Slope right here attached to that x, 1 over 1. And my y-intercept, that ordered pair 0, positive 5. Let's start there to graph. From my origin, I need to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put my point right there. I'm not going to move my marker because I need to go up 1 over 1 from there. So up 1 over 1. And I can do the same the other way. Down 1 to left 1. Go as far as you can. And draw your line. Alrighty, we need our arrows. And we are set. First 2 down. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes, I assure you. Let's look at our next 2 examples, if I don't break anything here. All right, number 12. First thing I like to do is draw my line to separate the two sides of my equal sign. And then I'm going to put that 1 in front of that y. Gotta get that y by itself. First thing, let's get rid of that x. I'm going to subtract this positive 5x from both sides. here is just gonna go away. I'm gonna drop down what I have left over on the left side, which is a negative 1y equals, write that x term first, negative 5x, and then minus 3. Lastly, still trying to get this y by itself, I need to divide by negative 1 to both sides of my equal sign. I get y equals a positive 5 over 1x plus 3. My slope is going to be a positive 5 over 1. My y-intercept is 0, positive 3. Let's start there. From my origin, I'm going to go up 3, put my point. Then I'm going to use my slope, positive 5 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. I'm going to go down a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. Excellent. Got my points. Going to draw my line here. And my arrows. All right, not too bad. Let's continue. Draw your line, circle your y. Get rid of that x term on both sides. Rewrite what you have left. Make sure your x term comes first. Next, we need to divide everything by 3, leaving us y equals negative 4 over 3x plus 7. Your slope attached to that x term is negative 4/3. Your y-intercept at b, 0, 7. Let's start there. From my origin, I'm going to go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alrighty. Then from that point, I'm going to go down 4 to the right 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think that's all I'm going to get on that graph. Take your straight edge. Draw your line so it goes off your graph with your arrows. All right, couple down. We have 4 down. I think we've got 4 more to go. I'm feeling more and more confident. Hopefully you are feeling the same way. It's probably a little bit easier for you to work with your graph on your own paper. So I understand if you're struggling following me and my graphs. But again, use your own graph because it's easier for you to actually go from point to point and make sure that you are counting them accurately. All right, like always, draw your line, circle your y. Let's get rid of your x term. This guy goes away. I drop down exactly what's left over on my left. Notice that's a negative 4y equals negative 2x plus 20. Still trying to get that y by itself. I'm going to divide by negative 4. These are going to cancel. I have y equals a negative divided by negative is a positive. And I know that if I put 2 over 4 in my calculator, it would simplify and give me a 1/2 x. 20 divided by negative 4 would give me a negative 5. So my slope is a positive 1/2. My y-intercept is 0, negative 5. Let's start there. So from the origin, I need to go down 5 on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put my point. Then from there, I'm going to go up 1 to the right 2. Up 1 to the right 2. I'll get a couple down here. So I'm going to down 1 to the left 2, down 1 to the left 2, down 1 to the left 2. Very nice. Get all those points that I can. There we go. Off the graph. And draw your arrows. Alrighty, let's continue. Number 15. Circle my y. Get rid of that x. So now I have left over 3y equals negative 2x. You can put the plus 0. I'm going to keep it in there for now just so that we have it. Divide everything by 3 to get that y by itself. We're going to get y equals negative 2/3 x. And then 0 divided by 3 is just 0. You can leave it like this, or you can add the plus 0 at the end. I'm going to leave it like this because 9 times out of 10, that's how you're going to see it. So my m is going to be negative 2/3. My b is going to be 0, 0. As long as you know that plus 0 here is the same as this, you're good to go. Let's start at our origin, because that's our y-intercept in this case. Then we're going to go down 2 to the right 3. 2, 3, down 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go up 2 to the left 3. 3, up 3, 1, 2, 3. Stop there. Draw my line. It's starting to make a lot more sense to me. Hopefully you too. We got 2 more examples to go through, crew. Let's see what we got. Remember, everyone works at different paces, so if you need to stop the video, fast forward, rewind, whatever you need to do, whatever helps you, you need to do that. All right, and if you need any extra help, make sure you reach out to your teachers. We'd love to help you. Let's draw our line and circle our y. We need to get rid of our x term. We're going to subtract our 10x on both sides. On the left, I'm going to have left over negative 8y equals negative 10x plus 24. Next, I'm going to divide by negative 8 to get that y by itself. These cancel out, and that y equals, we're going to simplify this. So, negative divided by negative will give me a positive. Half of 10 is 5, and half of 8 is 4. Then we have 24 divided by negative 8, which is negative 3. So now we have to do our m, which is 5 over 4. Our b, our y-intercept, is 0, negative 3, which is where I'm going to need to start. So from my origin, I'm going to go down 3, put the point, and then from there I need to rise 5 and run 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to try to go down 5 and over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Draw my line. Lots of points on there. Should have an accurate line. Looks good to me. And draw your arrows. Alrighty, last one. Draw your line. Circle your y. Just like all the other ones, we're going to get rid of that x term first by subtracting it on both sides. They aren't like terms, that's why I'm not subtracting them from each other. Then I bring down my 12y equals negative 9x plus 12. Next, I need to get this y by itself. I need to divide by 12. These go away. I have y equals, let's simplify this. I know that a negative divided by a positive is a negative. I'm going to keep the negative. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 12 4 times. I would definitely use my calculator if I were you, but I don't have a calculator on me, so I'm just going to do it in my head. Then 12 divided by 12 is 1. Let's identify our slope, negative 3/4. Our y-intercept, which is 0, 1. Let's start at that point. From origin, we're going to go up 1. There's that 0, 1. Then we need to go down 3 to the right 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Couple more. Up 3 to the left 4. Up 3 to the left 4. All right, just need to draw my line, and we are all set. I really hope this helped, guys. I know that this is something you're going to be working with a lot in Algebra 1, Algebra 2, some geometry, and any other classes you'll be taking for math. So I appreciate you tuning in, and see you soon.